So for the whole year, we think the economic growth rate of China will be around 1 or 2%, around that. If everything is lucky enough, probably we can go to the 3% growth, but that's the best scenario. But if the things is going to the worst scenario, for instance, we see the disease continue to develop, and if we see even the disease is getting controlled, but the relationship between China and the U.S. is getting worse. And the U.S. is trying to, create more tensions with China relationship. We're not sure. Probably the economic growth rate will be negative for the whole year. So that's possible. Most people agree it's necessary for the government to be more quick and affirmed to stimulate the economy, but there is some different opinion about whether the money can go. We have two choices. One choice is infrastructure. That's the traditional area the government are looking at. But this year we are looking at not only the high-speed train, the airport, this traditional infrastructure. We're also looking at the new infrastructure, which means the high technology related things like the 5G, right? The AI, all this kind of related infrastructure. The second solution, which in my opinion probably is much more helpful than the first one, is the consumption side. Because consumption is contributing around 60% to the GDP growth in China nowadays. Last year, I think, is around 60%. So, which means it's the main driver, right? And we see in this COVID-19, the consumption is significantly affected. We hope that the government can use the new treasury bond, treasury debt, to stimulate the consumption. So if that's the policy choice, it will be good for the economy. On the one hand, we think that the real unemployment rate is much higher than the official number. Nobody really care about the 6% official number. It's much higher because that we have migrant workers, we have many self-employed people, and also even for some people they still have the job, but they cannot get back to the office. Some people they are not paid, or their salary were cut. So all these things means that the real situation is much worse. And also we see there are many SME, small and medium-sized companies. They are now still struggling for not shutting down. But if the situation continues for another 2 months, 3 months, more and more companies, they have to go bankrupt. They have no choices, right? This is very challenging. Maybe this is the number one challenge for the Chinese leader. How can you solve the employment problem? But the good news with Chinese unemployment is that because traditionally the Chinese people they like to save money. So the saving ratio in China probably is the highest in the world. It means that for the Chinese household, even if you lose your job, even if you don't find a job in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, you can still have money to buy food. So that's the good news for the social stabilization. But we don't want to go to that situation. We hope the government can take effective policies quickly enough to stabilize the situation. I think the most important thing is the consumption. I think if you look at the first quarter, the consumption decreased the most compared to investment, to export, to other indicators. So that's the most important thing. This is important also because now we know every company is facing challenges, but especially SMEs, they are in huge challenges. They are in the life or death choices now. So if the consumption cannot go back, more and more SME they have to die. So and if they die, more people will lose jobs. If people lose jobs, no consumption, then more SME die. So this is a cycle. So I think that's the most challenging thing. Another indicator we need to watch is about the policy, because always in the situation of crisis, the government need to react. So far, the Chinese government is not reacting enough to the crisis. We hope that the government can announce more aggressive things to help the economy.